Welcome to The Power to Create, a web series helping you refine your creative vision by looking at the fusion of technology and inspiration. In this week's episode of The Power to Create, we learn how to back up our photos and video virtually anywhere, even a parking lot. Hi, this is Rich Harrington for The Power to Create, and I'm joined by my friend and professional photographer, Abba Shapiro. And we are both Drobo users. I'd like to thank Drobo for sponsoring the show. And we're going to talk a little bit about what you do when the shoot's over. It's been a long day. We went out shooting.
It's cold. It's snowing.
It's cold. It's snowing. So the last thing on our brain is backing up our images. Of course, the worst thing would be to lose them, right?
Right. And I don't want to sit around in the cold backing it up and having it take forever, going to multiple drives, to these slow USB 2 connections.
Yeah.
I want to do this fast, and I want to do it right.
So before we start the backup process, you might be wondering, how are we going to do this? We're in the middle of a parking lot. I want to give you one quick tip, and that is to always keep two card wallets. I got one in my right pocket, and I got one in my left pocket, and this really just helps me know what the heck is going on with my shoots. Now, the card in my right pocket are the right ones to be shooting with. When I'm done, I take that card out, I put it in the wallet in my left pocket here, and so with the two cards, it's really simple. The ones in the right pocket are the right ones to shoot with. The ones in the left pocket, the cards that are full,
have no space left on them.
Yep, and they should be left alone. So it's very easy. Right is right, left is left alone.
That's perfect. I love that.
I know, so just an easy one, because like, if you're out there shooting and it's a long day like it's been today and it's cold, you're gonna make those mistakes. You're gonna put a card, I think I shot
and
this
these are
one.
ridiculously expensive, like 20 bucks.
Oh yeah, just get a nice hard case. I could drive over this case. You know, we'll just, I could drive the car over it and it wouldn't break. So make sure that you take care of your cards. Still working, it's all good. We stomped that thing out. Now, here's the cool thing, right? We're just gonna open up the car and it's time to throw our stuff in the trunk, and that's all good, but actually a lot of times in your car, I got a cigarette lighter right here, and I've just taken a little inverter. And these are available at your local auto store. I'm running that power cable. What would be a good thing to have in the field now?
I think a Drobo.
Yeah, so ta-da, we got the Drobo Mini, and I've hooked it up to the laptop, and we're ready to actually start backing up in the field. This is going to connect right to my Mac laptop here via Thunderbolt. A lot of PC laptops have Thunderbolt 2, and if you don't, it's USB 3.
Which is amazing, because USB 3 is so much faster than USB 2, and I'll tell you, getting things off a card fast is important.
So we had a whole day's worth of shooting here. We're going to transfer those cards to the Drobo. The great thing about it, it's going to be redundant. And we've got 4 drives in my Drobo Mini. They're really fast drives, and one of those drives could fail with 0 data loss.
And that's what I love, the fact that I can back it up without any problem at all, because usually I have to do this twice at USB 2 speeds. It takes forever. Now I can do it USB 3, Thunderbolt, all is good.
Yeah. So let's walk you through that process. We're going to set the card up for the transfer and just explain what we're doing. Okay, so we have a folder for each photographer. If you have a multi-camera shoot, I highly recommend that. That's going to come in handy. Now, if we had more than one card, which I do, but we're just going to walk you through the first one, I'm going to step inside my folder and just make a folder called Card 1. And again, logic here is real simple. Now, I've got that. It's in there. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And taking my card here, I'm just going to take the whole card structure. So I've got that DCIM folder here on an icon. I'm going to drag that over and let it start the copy. And the cool thing here is I'm using Thunderbolt, so that 16 gig card, it's going to transfer in like 10 minutes. That's
Which is
super fast.
Ridiculously fast, and means we'll get to be in a warm location really soon.
Yeah, because it's really cold out here. We're shooting on a winter day. Now, you've already got your card started, so we'll just go ahead and start that as well. And the cool thing here is that that's not going to really have any negative impact on us, because the bottleneck here is not really the Drobo. The bottleneck is the speed of the card readers and the fact that I'm using just the internal slot there. It's not as fast as you might think. So we've got yours, and you've got the DCIM and the MISC folder.
Yeah, and in this case, the MISC folder we really don't need. The DCIM, again, just like with your card, we can drag that over and have all of the contents that we need.
Yeah, now I'll take both just out of paranoia since it's there, but usually that's used for other purposes, and they're both going. Now, you had a few less images, but your card reader significantly faster than using the internal slot. 2-minute transfer. Now, you're transferring about 8 gigs, I'm transferring about 16, but I think you guys just learned something important here. That built-in card reader, not so fast. I actually do have a USB 3 reader, and I use it all the time. It's like, oh, it's so convenient, it's built in my laptop. Yours down to about a minute. It would take about 2 minutes to transfer a 60 gig card if I just used your reader.
I'm already passing you.
Yes.
And that's amazing. So it's worth the investment to get a USB 3 reader because you really start taking advantage of the speed of the system and the speed of the Drobo. That Drobo through Thunderbolt is ridiculously fast.
Yeah, and so the good news here is faster reads. Now, I do have extra USB 3 ports, so if I was on a laptop that didn't have Thunderbolt, I could run off of that. The Drobo, I think, is the only device that I've seen that has both USB 3 and Thunderbolt. And I just want to reiterate, I'm standing in a parking lot, backing up my data, running off of the electrical outlet in the trunk of my car to a laptop.
I want to reiterate that Rich is making me stand in the winter in snow at 10 degrees so we can back up these cards.
But it's all because we value our data.
We value our data.
And the pictures they represent.
And it's fast.
Yeah, so this is great. His backup's practically done. It's very clear to me that I don't think I'm ever going to use that built-in card reader slot again. I'm just going to toss that USB 3 reader in my bag. But this is great. And I'd like to thank Drobo for sponsoring the show. And this is just a good chance for you to see some simple in-field workup. So remember, always have 2 card wallets. The cards in the left pocket should be left alone. The ones in the right pocket are the right ones to shoot. Pick up that USB 3 card reader. And if you're going to be backing things up, make sure you have a unique folder per camera and then subfolders for every single card that you shoot. All right. Thanks to Drobo, Small Box, Big Storage, for sponsoring The Power to Create. Abba, I'd also like to thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Rich.
And if people want to follow you on Twitter, where can they do that?
Abba Shapiro.
Thanks. And my Twitter handle is RedPixel. Thanks so much for joining. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast and also follow on Twitter because we're going to have some free Drobo giveaways. If you want to be able to do this crazy thing of backing up your data anywhere you want, make sure you take a look at the Drobo Mini.